how to unfuck your life. Look, I want to make this very, very simple for you. This is your body. Let's call it the vessel. And you only get one of these. And I'd like to break your body into two pieces, your physiology and your psychology. Now, see, your psychology and which mood you pick that day is 99.99 of the time in your hands. So you can pick to be happy that day, you can pick to be indifferent and uncaring that day, or you can just pick to be sad, grieving, and just bawl your eyes out all day. Your mood is entirely up to you. But then you might say, well, Haroon, you're wrong, because there's an outside world. Not everything's right here. There's things that happen outside of my life that affect how I feel. Like me losing my job. Like my girlfriend of 8 years leaving me for no reason, and now I'm grieving over that. Like a loved one passing away. How do you deal with that? Am I not supposed to grieve? You have to understand that there are two ways that you can grieve. There's people that grieve and they do it for a day or two, even a week, and then they get over it because they know that they cannot change anything about the circumstances if they get sad or if they cry about it. But then there are people that let a moment that impacts them greatly determine how they feel for the rest of their lives. And they choose to be sad, and they choose to be upset, and they choose to grieve for a very, very long time. And those are the ones that allow their lives to be completely fucked. For those of you that have chosen that, I have one question for you. And my question to you is grieving, is being upset and being sad and living this life going to change the circumstance? Is it going to bring you your job back? Is it going to bring you that girlfriend of yours that you thought you were going to marry? Is it going to bring the loved one that passed away back into your life? The answer, as you know, is always a solid no. Living this life of a pessimist is a very human thing to do. It's our brain's mechanism to deal with this never-ending shit that life keeps adding into our lives. And being the pessimist is the easiest thing to do. Why did I lose my job? How come I'm the one that has to deal with all this shit? All my friends on Instagram look really happy. They go on vacations. It seems like they don't have any financial issues. Why was I the one that was dealt such shitty cards with my life? And then what ends up happening is you fall into the spiral of a hole, and this hole is so deep that you cannot get out of it. So instead of allowing yourself to fall into the spiral, you can pick today to be that turning point in your life. You can pick today to tell yourself, dude, this will never end. I'll never have a moment in my life where I feel content. And that's just a part of being human. And instead of being a pessimist and negative, you can choose to think more positively. Instead of focusing that time on why you were dealt such shitty cards, you can focus that time to teach yourself a new skill, to make your life better, and go and find yourself another job. And trust me, once you start thinking more positively, and once you start exuding that positive energy into the universe, my friends, that universe speaks back to you, and it starts throwing more positivity back into your life to a point where your life completely changes. All right, now that you've fixed your mindset, your psychology, let's go ahead and focus on your body. Let's go ahead and focus on the vessel, the only vehicle that your brain has, and the only vehicle that it's been given for the rest of its life. And my friend, it's your ultimate duty to go ahead and take care of this vehicle. So get up early in the morning, go and cleanse it, take a shower, brush your teeth, put on some sunscreen on your face, take care of yourself, make yourself look good, make yourself look decent, put on some nice clothes and spray your favorite perfume that you almost never use. When you look good, when you feel good, when you smell nice, you tend to feel more confident. And when you feel more confident, you tend to do more good things with your life that day. And since you chose to look so nice today, maybe, I don't know, but maybe your girlfriend of 8 years that broke up with you, maybe she might hit you with a text to come back into your life. And you're confused by that message, you don't know what to think. Obviously you're really happy because you're like, oh shit, she's back. I'm a better person now. She saw it, she understands, she got the message. What do I do now? Obviously, you don't message back, you don't respond back to her because that boat has sailed, my friend. She's no longer for you. Brother, put that phone down. Do not message her. Yes, delete. Delete. Good job. There you go. Yeah, put it down. All right. That boat has sailed. This girl is no longer for you. Let her go. This video is about unfucking your life and not doing the opposite. Your kingdom. Your kingdom is your world. Your kingdom is your room. Your kingdom is your office. Your kingdom is your car. Your kingdom is pretty much any space in this entire globe that you spend a lot of your time in. And we as humans like the space that we spend a lot of our time in to be clean and tidy and neat, not messy, not cluttered, not full of junk food, and things that you don't need, because these things, they stress us out. And here's a fun fact about clutter. The more messier your place gets, the more clutter that builds up, the harder it's gonna be for you to clean it, to a point where you physically and mentally will not even allow yourself to get up and clean it because it just looks like it's too much. So get up, go to your kitchen, clean that pile of dishes that have been sitting there for 3 days now, clean your office space, clean your desk. You have to understand that no one can ever be productive in a space that's cluttered, in a space that's full of mess, in an office desk that has bills dating 7 months ago that you haven't even opened. Throw your bills in the trash. If they're gone, it's no longer your problem. Or at least that's how I deal with my bills. Listen to me and listen very carefully. Your TV, your games, your entertainment, it might all bring you very temporary happiness, very temporary satisfaction. You sitting on that comfy couch, mindlessly scrolling through TikToks, might bring you very temporary happiness. And that might be your comfort zone, your comfort space. But in the grand scheme of things, us humans were programmed to be social creatures. We need social interaction with other like-minded people, with other like-minded brains that we think we can get along with. You're not going to do that on TV. You're not going to do that in your games. You're not going to do that on TikTok. So go outside and do shit with your friends. Go and sit 15 minutes with your parents, your mother, with your father, your brothers, your sisters, and literally go up to them and be like, yo, what's up? How was your day? And I know that to a lot of us, this might seem like a very taboo thing to do because it's unnatural. I never do this. I never ask my brother or my sister or my parents, yo, what's up? How's your day? I'm always locked in my room playing games. Why would I do that? The reason you want to do that is because you want to train your brain to be social, to interact with other humans, starting with your own circle, with your family. Being social builds your communication skills. It allows you to develop more charisma. And the next time you approach somebody that you think you can't talk to, or you're terrified of approaching humans in general, to talk to them, by being more social, by talking to a lot of people, you build that confidence in yourself to be able to ultimately get rid of this fear. I'm sure that you've all heard this saying, money comes and money goes. It's very common, it's very mainstream, but the problem is that a lot of people in today's generation, they understand this term in the completely wrong context, because they think, all right, I work hard, I make a little bit of money, so I think I deserve to go have some fun this weekend. So I'm gonna go to the club. I'll spend the $300 that I made this week on this table. I'm gonna have fun with my friends. We'll drink alcohol. We'll have a good time. Or they'll think, all right, I'm gonna go and buy some drugs, some weed. Weed relaxes me, chills me out. I deserve to do this. Because YOLO, life is short. Life is all about having fun. And although it is true that it's important to have fun in life, what we fail to realize is that financial difficulties is the biggest contributor to having a shitty life. So it shouldn't be your goal to go have fun at a club, on a table, spend your money that you made this week, all on that. It shouldn't be your goal to not save money, to not focus on your future, on a house that you need to buy, on a car that you need to be able to get to work. The term money comes and money goes is literally the easiest way to look at finances. It's checks and balances. So your first thing should be that you need to focus on bringing money into your life. So if you have a job, perfect. Focus on building multiple streams of that income source so that you bring more of that money into your life. If you currently don't have any money coming into your life, that should be your focus. Find a job, start somewhere small. 99% of the success stories today that you hear, they started somewhere small. They started with somebody flipping burgers. They started with somebody cleaning bathrooms. They started with somebody going outside and mowing lawns. And those three things were something that I did as well. I've mowed lawns before. I've cleaned bathrooms at Starbucks before. I used to be a barista. I made people sandwiches at Subway, working for $7.50 an hour. So understand that you can't go from zero to successful to $1 million in a matter of days, months, or years. A lot of times, realistically, it's a very gradual increase. It's a very gradual buildup, and you have to start somewhere small. And that's your money coming in portion. Now let's focus on the money coming out of your life portion. And with this, I have a very, very simple formula. And the thing that I say to a lot of people is, do not be cheap with your money, but also do not be stupid. Initially, when you're building your life, only spend your money on things that are a necessity to you. So if you're 17 years old, your savings account has $1,500 in it, and you think that your 17-year-old girlfriend deserves a brand new iPhone 15 this year for her birthday, and you're willing to go and spend that for her, reconsider your thoughts. Instead of that, you should be saving that money because one day, you might be able to put that money into a stock where it gives you some sort of return back on your investment. And you should start having these conversations early on with people that are around your life, like your girlfriend. If she's a true G, then she will understand and accept and be proud of you for that. And if she doesn't, then might try to reconsider your girlfriend. And when you live your financial life in this manner and you practice these things that I told you about, in due time that scale will tip over to a point where you'll be able to not only spend money on things that you need, but also things that you want. And for those of you that say that money does not buy you happiness, my friends, let me tell you today that the excitement that you get when you wear one of your nice watches, or that excitement that you get when you get into your dream car, my friends, that's a form of happiness.